The Cats of Ulthar, Howard B. Lovecraft. It is said that in Ulthar, which lies beyond the river sky, no man may kill a cat, and this I can verily believe as I gaze upon him who sitteth burning before the fire. For the cat is cryptic, and close to strange things which men cannot see. He is the soul of antique Egyptus, and the bearer of tales from forgotten city in Meroe and Ophir. He is the kind of the jungle's lord, and here to the secret of hoary and sinister Africa, the Sphinx in his cousin, and he speaks her language, but he is more ancient than the Sphinx, and remembers that which she hath forgotten. In Ulthar, before ever the Burgesses forbade the killing of cats, there dwelt an odd cotter and his wife, who delighted to trap and slay the cats of the neighbors. With they this I know not, save that many hate the voice of the cat in the night, and take it ill that cats should run stealthily about yards and gardens at twilight. But whatever the reason, this whole man and woman took pleasure in trapping and slaying every cat which came near to their hovel. From some the sounds heard after dark, many villagers fancied that the manner of slaying was exceedingly peculiar. But the villagers did not discuss such things with the old man and his wife, because of the habitual expression of the withered faces of the two, and because the cottage was so small and so darkly hidden under spreading oaks at the back of an neglected yard. In truth, much of the owners of cat-headed these odd folk. They feared them more, and instead of berating them as brutal assassins, merely took care that no cherished pet of mercy should stray towards that remote hovel under the dark trees. When through some unavoidable oversight a cat was missed, and sought here after dark, the loser would lament impotently, or console himself by thanking fate that it was no one of his children who had thus vanished. For the people of Ulthar were simple, and knew not whence it is all cats fear came. One day a caravan of strange wanderers from the south entered the narrow cobbled streets of Ulthar. That wanderers they were, and unlike the other roving folk who passed through the village twice every year. In the marketplace they told fortunes for silver, and bought gay beads for the merchants. What was the land of these wanderers none could tell, but it was, seems that they were given to strange prayers, that they had painted up the sides of their wagons strange figures with human bodies and the heads of cats, hawks, rams, and lions. And the leader of the caravan wore a headdress with two horns, and a curious disc betwixt the horns. There was in singular caravan a little boy with no father or mother, but only a tiny black kitten to cherish. The plague had not been kind to him, yet had left him this small furry thing to mitigate its sorrow. And when one is very young, one can find great relief in the lively antics of a black kitten. So the boy, whom the dark people called Menace, smiled more often than he wept as he sat playing with his grateful kitten up the steps on an oddly painted wagon. On the third morning of the wanderers staying in Ulthar, Menace could not find his kitten. and he sobbed aloud in the marketplace. Certain villagers told him that the old man and his wife of sounds here in the night, and when he heard these things, his sobbing gave place to the meditation, and finally to prayer. He stretched out his arms toward the sun and prayed in a tongue no village could understand. True indeed, the villagers did not try very hard to understand, since their attention was mostly taken up by the sky and the oval shapes the clouds were assuming. It was very peculiar. But as the little boy uttered his petition, there seemed to form overhead the shadowy, nebulous figures of exotic things, of hybrid creatures crowned with horn-flanked sticks. Nature is full of such illusion to impress the imaginative. That night the wanderers left Ulthar, and were never been seen again, and the householders were troubled when they noticed that in all the village there was not a cat to be found. From each hearth the familiar cat had vanished. Cat large, small, black, grey, striped, yellow and white. Ulthar, the burgomaster, swore that the dark folk had taken the cat awaiting revenge for the killing of men skidding, and cursed the caravan and the little boy. But Ned, the lean notary, declared that the old cotter and his wife were more likely persons to suspect, for their hatred the cat was notorious and increasingly bold. Still, with no one dares complain to the sinister couple, even when little Atal, the innkeeper's son, vowed that he had at twilight seen all the cats of Ulthar in that accursed yard under the trees, pacing very slowly and solemnly in a circle around the cottage, two abreast, as if in performance of some old herd of rite of beast. The villagers did not know how much to believe for so a small boy, and though they feared that the evil pair had shamed the cats to their death, they preferred not to chide the old cotter till they met him outside his dark and repellent yard. So Ulthar went to sleep in vain anger, and when the people awake at dawn, behold, every cat was back in its accustomed herd, large and small, black, grey, striped, yellow and white. None was missing. Very sleek and fat did the cats appear, and sonorous with purring content. The citizens talked with one another of the affair, and marveled not a little. Ulthar again insisted that it was the dark folk who had taken them, since the cat did not return alive from the cottage of the ancient man and his wife. But all agreed one thing, that the refusal of the cats to eat their portions of meat or drink their sources of milk was exceedingly curious. And for 2 whole days the sleek, lazy cats of Ulthar would touch no food, but only those by the fire or in the sun. It was fully a week before the villagers noticed that no light were appearing at dusk in the window of the cottage under these trees. Then the lean Ned remarked that no one had seen the old man or his wife since the night the cats were away. In another week, the burgomaster decided to overcome his fears and called out the strangely silent dwelling as matter of duty, though in so doing was carefully to take in with Shank the blacksmith and Thul the cutter of stone as witnesses. And when they had broken down the front door, that they found only this: two cleanly picked human skeletons of the earthen floor, and a number of singular beetles crawling in the shadowy corners. There was subsequently much talk among the burgesses of Ulthar. Sad, the coroner, despite of liquid myth, the Linnatari, and Crinan and Shank and Thule were overwhelmed with these questions. Even little Atal, the innkeeper's son, was closely questioned and given a sweet meat as reward. They talk of the Hawk Cutter and his wife, of the caravan of the wonders, a small menace and his black kitten, of the prayer of manners and of the sky during that prayer, of the doings of the cats on the night the caravan slept, and now of what was later found in the cottage under the dark trees, the repellent yard. And in the end the burgesses passed that the remarkable law, which is told by the traders in Hattrick and discussed by the traveling in Ulthar, no man may kill a cat.